What is up, guys? It is Kitsos from Coastal Land, and today we have a park review and guide. Our focus today will be Adventure Park USA. This is a smaller park that is more of a family entertainment center than a full-on amusement park. The park is located in Monrovia, Maryland, I think I'm saying that right, and features 3 roller coasters as its main draw. But this park does offer a bit more than the coasters, with several classic standard flat rides and other non-ride attractions. My favorite ride at this park is the Wildcat, a classic Schwarzkopf Wildcat coaster that is extremely shockingly smooth for the number of relocations and its age. But before diving into the rides, I would like to talk about crowd levels for this park, or rather the lack of extreme crowding. Granted, I went on a quiet weekday, so I cannot speak for what the park is like on the weekends, but the pros of going on a quiet day were very obvious. I could ride as much as I want without having to wait in lines. I also should note that I arrived at the park late in the day, which may have had something to do with it, because it was really late, closer to closing than not. So it was like 5 o'clock p.m. or something. Rides closed at 8, so that may have had something to do with it. The trick to this park is to go on a weekday, I think, as a bottom line, but there are some cons to this, at least there were during my visit in 2021. The park had very few ride operators staffed, and as a result, one ride op would be taking on as many as 4 or more rides. This meant he or she would walk with me over to the other coasters and operate the rides when we arrived. This got complicated when a family wanted to ride the Wild West Express when I was trying to ride the Wildcat. The family overheard me asking to ride Wildcat and then offered to wait. Of course, I declined this offer because it really is rude to tell a family, hey, yeah, I'll be selfish. I didn't want to be that kind of guy. So, but all this being said, staffing was the bare minimum. That's the bottom line. All this being said as well, it was easy to get on the 3 coasters, which sadly were the only rides I had a chance to do on my visit. The park does have many other attractions, including mini bowling, an arcade, laser tag, and mini golf as non-ride attractions. The park also has a few indoor attractions that are rides, including the star of the indoor rides, a Triotech dark ride. As for the outdoor rides that are notable, the park has a sky coaster as quite possibly its most aggressive thrill ride. Although, having not taken a back row on Wild West Express, I cannot be sure, but more on that later. The park also has a scrambler and a tilt-a-whirl for family thrill attraction options. Now for the part that I have experience with, the coasters. Now, more detailed layout analysis will be in the reviews coming out for these coasters whenever they do come out. I predict 2027, but First of all, we will talk about Tumbleweed, a miler kiddie coaster, not to be confused with E&F miler rides. This is a much rarer model from the father/grandfather of the owners of E&F miler. I must admit it was somewhat aggressive for a kid's ride for sure, and I found it to be really smooth considering the track design and overall enjoyable. I thought it was a really solid kiddie coaster actually. For what it was pretty nice. Other than that, there's not much to say as it is a kid's ride still though. Next up we have Wildcat, a Schwarzkopf Wildcat coaster. This was my first and currently only Wildcat that I have ridden, and overall is one of the better rides in terms of smoothness from that era. The ride actually was a Busch Gardens Williamsburg attraction for the first several years of its life. On top of the smoothness, the rest of the coaster is pure fun and a great family thrill experience. I am definitely glad to have gotten on this rare in America Schwarzkopf model, as it is more common in Europe. Lastly, Wild West Express is the park's most aggressive coaster, and while rough as heck, it is also a very intense ride, making it more tolerable with that redeeming quality. Overall, it is a solid coaster, but while more intense than Wildcat, I do prefer Wildcat as an overall ride experience. So, because of the roughness on Wild West Express. If it was butter smooth, I think it would probably beat Wildcat, honestly. So the question is, do I think you should visit this park? The answer is, if you are visiting the DC area for more than Six Flags America, then it's only a couple hours away, if that. So if you're in the area, then yes, I would say go for it. 3 new credits, they let you get on the kiddie coaster, and they have a couple great coasters. I mean, Wild West Express, though rough, is still a really intense ride, and Wildcat is a rare Schwarzkopf Wildcat in America, so I would say go for it. So, thank you guys for watching. That's going to conclude today's video. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button down below. And remember to subscribe for more park reviews, vlogs, countdowns, and other videos. And comment your thoughts on this video. It is scripted. In case y'all couldn't tell, it was a little bit better organized. And that's all I have for you today. Peace, guys.